Uche, under the blazing sun.
Trailblazer.
Under the heat, you know how, those of you who know how hot Abuja is.
That was Nasarawa.
Yeah, actually, that was in Nasarawa. Yeah, we're filming in Nasarawa. She stayed, the tears did not stop, and she was there. It was like she was just stuck in that moment. Wasted, she doesn't care. And you know, for filmmaking, we know how it is when you want to flip lens, change lens, take from this angle. It takes a while sometimes. You can literally throw people up. Sometimes the crew members are just talking, bring it on, Remi 55, bring it 55. It can literally, distract you and remove you from that moment. But Uche did stay in character, and she kind of like, because she remained in that moment, she reeled us back in, and we also helped deliver on that. So it wasn't that we just wanted to laugh. It was our calling that made it difficult for us.
I just wanted to thank the media. Without you, honestly, we have zero visibility. And particularly, we know you have spent so much time waiting for us. Not us. I dare say that you are waiting for our ancestor and our queen. Who might I still not here, but she will show up. I do promise. Please, on behalf of her and everybody here, we apologize for starting at this time. We were cooking. Food done now. So thank you so much for waiting. We hope you have a good time. This is an intentional story told in an era where values are eroded, right? Most of us grew up in a very Christian-like household. I know I did. I don't know about you, but I did. I was under lock and key. And you find that, so why are you looking at me? You know what you did. It's like, your morals very high up there. How dare that man do what he did? Give me a little bit away. But without further ado, this is the cast and crew of Remi and Nneoma here for the announcing press conference. Round of applause. So, ma'am, I see you yellow over there. Excuse me, ma'am. We're ready for you. May now stand. You don't want to stand?
Hello, everybody. Hi. Please, first of all, we're going to clap for ourselves. Yes, thank you all for coming. We really, really appreciate you. And this is an important project at a very important time. And we have the best of the best superstars on this, the best of the best press. Lolly Wire is here, AIT is here, Channels is here, Lagos, Vibe Lagos is here. Everybody, thank you.
No, you call everybody's name.
Everybody that is here,
you must call everybody's name.
TVC, everybody that is here, press, we really, really appreciate you. And we have the best of the best cast, best of the best director, best of the best producer. So next up, Ms. Chiamaka is going to welcome us and tell us a little bit about 52 Media. Thank you.
My name is Chiamaka Obi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
And I'm the general manager of 52 Media. 52 Media is a faith-based production company, and we do strictly faith-based films. By faith-based, I mean we do films that protect Christ, that are led by the Holy Spirit, and we are very unapologetic about that. This story is from the Bible, as I said, but when we hear about Ruth, or in the Bible, we always hear Ruth and Boaz, everybody shouting, Jesus giving my Boaz, but we decided to take it, digress a bit and talk about Naomi and Ruth, which is the mother-in-law and the relationship between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, because people don't really talk about that side of the story. They just talk about the love angle. So, like I said, if you're conversant with that story, you shouldn't have a problem understanding why we went to that angle, and also marrying both Ruth and Boaz's story and Naomi and Ruth's story. So, thank you very much again for coming up. We really, really apologize for starting it. As they said, I didn't say, but they said, there are principalities and powers that believe us, but we overcome. Thank you so much. I'm welcome everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, to give us a brief story about the film, what inspired it, a brief synopsis without giving you guys too much spoilers. Mrs. Bikia Graham Douglas.
Miss.
Miss.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I salute you. Thank you so much for making time to join us today. We don't take it for granted. And you being here, it shows that you take our industry very seriously. You have always supported us and we are very appreciative of you. So thank you. We apologize for starting late today. My name is Bikia Graham Douglas. I'm an actress and a producer, and I produced this film, RemixNneoma. As Chiamaka has said, 52 Media, my dear sister, Solate Ovunda Carlo, she's not here today, but she's a visionary, and I'm sure in time, all of you from the press will get to meet her. 52 Media is transiting. They have productions that they have done in the past, and they're transiting now to be focused solely on faith-based and hopeful stories. Faith-based, hopeful stories. Stories that touch us, stories that leave us feeling inspired. So stories that inspire us, stories that encourage us. That's what 52 Media is. And when she called me to say, I would like you to produce this film, I was very happy to jump on it. And what we did is it's a retelling of the Bible story, Ruth and Naomi, and we've made it a Nigerian story, a very Nigerian story, celebrating different cultures, which you will see when you see the movie, where we bring the Yoruba and the Ikore culture together. And for me as a minority, I'm very intentional about minority stories across Nigeria, and this film also offers us that. It focuses on the rights of women, you know, when there's loss in a family, sisterhood in families. As we've said, as we all know, there's always the drama of mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, but this film, it gives you an opportunity to see where, when the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law get together, they really form a family bond. And it's also a story of grief, redemption, and reminding us that no matter where we are on our journeys, God is always with us. And we're a very religious nation, you know, and so I know that a lot of people will enjoy this movie, and it's something that the whole family can watch together. We see a lot of the genres of films that come out in Nigeria. A lot of families can't watch films together, but this one is for the whole family. And we're going to be in the cinemas from the 26th of June this year, and we're just hoping that the whole of Nigeria will come out to support us. And we know that you are the first step, and since you're here supporting us, we believe that it will translate to the whole country. And with me here are the amazing cast and the director. Please give them a round of applause. It was such an amazing experience working with different generations of storytellers in Nigeria. I'd like to celebrate and recognize Auntie Eucharia and Auntie Tina. Thank you so much for being here. And Auntie Liz Benson, who plays our Nneoma, that's the Naomi. Unfortunately, as I said, she could not be here, but it was just an amazing experience getting different generations together to tell this beautiful story. And we know that when you see what we have made for you, you will understand why we're so excited about it. And we hope that you will spread the gospel that Remi and Nneoma brings with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'd like to quickly ask the director, loving and loving still, why is it important to tell this story at this climate that we have?
So I believe the world we live in now is about self. Everybody says. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. So I think the world right now is a lot about self. You know, everybody says put yourself first, don't mind what anybody else is saying, make sure what you're doing is, you know, basically self. I think we've lost that community that we used to have. You know, we grew up, when we were growing up, we grew up in a community where your neighbors could meet you before your parents came home. You know, your neighbor's mother could correct you. You know, you're hiding to do stuff, so somebody doesn't see you because your mom will find out or your dad will find out. But the world we live in now is not really faith-based like that. Everybody's like, please don't touch my child. Oh, I'm training my child the way I want. Or, everybody have a perspective of what they want. But this story is about family. It's about a community that comes together when there's loss. It's about love and how we grew up. So I think
Sorry, ma, use the mic.
I'm using it. You can't hear me.
Should go close.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I believe that this is a story that is relevant right now because, like I said, it's about family, it's about community, it's about redemption, faith. There's so much going on in the world right now that people are losing a lot of faith. There's so much suffering and everything, but in that we lose the fact, we forget that whatever we're going through, God is still there with us. We just need to reach out, and this is a movie that tells you He never leaves you. He's always there. So I think it's really good.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause. So now we'd like to move our members of press. Please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Adeze from AK Media. Okay, so my question goes to both the director and to Uche Montanna. Congratulations on your. Okay, so first off, this movie and also to Neoma. Yes. So first off, I'll then start with you. So you said 5-2 media is a Christian-based media, right? And that your messages are always biblical and push across Bible stories to the people. So are you saying that there's this ideology that movies, a lot of Christians, some let not say that a quite number of Christians don't really go to the cinema because they have this idea that most of the movies in the cinema don't really fit into their lifestyle and all that. Are you saying now to push out your stories to get a wider reach, especially to Christian audience? Will you be going to churches now to tell them, or will there be meet and greet in the churches now to say, you cannot go to the cinemas to watch our movies and all that?
So while that's considerable, going to church and all that, first of all, I'd like to correct something that you said. That we say Christians don't have to go to cinema. Majority of some, yeah, but the thing is, the majority of the people that go to the cinema to watch these movies are Christians. I watch movies in cinema, whether it's Christian movie or not, you watch movies. Everybody here goes to cinema to watch any movie we see that has come out. So as Christians, what are we doing to sell Christianity to Christians? Now we have again another stereotype that Christian movies are low budget, are overlooked, they are not done properly. That's where 5-2 million comes in. They're a faith-based company, yes. However, you can see the assembly of cast, you can see everything here. We are trying to show that we can have great cast, great stories, great production from top to bottom, killing it standard quality. So we want to make sure that Christians are not running away from Christianity. So when we want to watch movies, we're not supposed to go and watch all the, not to mention things, but we're supposed to come to our own. I should be able to go to the cinema and support a Christian movie and see it and want to watch it because I'm sure that production-wise it is sound, script-wise it is sound, delivery-wise it is sound. So that's where we come in. That's our job in the industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I would just like to add, this film is for everybody. It's not just for Christians. Every single human being goes through different emotions in their lives. Every single human being goes through loss. Every single human being has family drama. Every single one. Mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, the wahala is everywhere in the world. We see it. Recently, I saw something about a mother-in-law shooting her daughter-in-law. Yes, you have this all over. So, Remi and Nneoma is a human story that everybody will live with something. And we do not just want the audience to be Christians. We want people from different religions to come and celebrate this wonderful story that we have created. It's a human story, and we believe that everyone, and when they watch it, will leave with something positive. Thank you.
Sorry, just to see what we're adding. I don't know, and when we're adding, just to add to what you said. Yes, we're Christians. However, even as we're going to the cinemas to watch these movies, like she said, it is not meant for Christians only. However, we are supposed to support ourselves. We cannot leave it to other people and say, okay, we want to be them. And again, we're not trying to tell the stories just projecting, preaching, or Christianity in your face. Remember, Nneoma, if you do not know the Bible, you will watch it, you will feel all the emotions that they're going through. You will see it from the African cultural angle. You will not understand that it's just root and boas that we brought to Nigeria. So we're trying to tell good stories, but at the end, the message is Christ. But you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Okay, so my next question to the producer. So I noticed that in the casting of the movie, okay, so I noticed that the casting act across we have the older generation and the newer generation. Was it like an intentional act, or you just they fit, or you just picked based on them fitting into the role you wanted them to play, or it was intention that you just wanted to bridge that gap of let's bring these two generations together to create this masterpiece?
Sorry, can I say something? What did the older generation ever do to you? You don't want to hold? You don't want to hold?
Auntie, you want to answer?
I don't know this new generation. You're from AK Media. Yes. Very direct.
Good evening, everyone. Gentlemen of the press, thank you for coming. My name is Tina Bass. I couldn't hold it. I want to. Okay, live. You have a table baby, you have the fetus, it's coming to life. You have children of different, so we're in a space. And this is one of the problems. This thing is popping, and I don't like microphones popping. Anyway, this is one of the problems. There was a time, I digress a little bit, when people were doing old Nollywood and new Nollywood. Nollywood is Nollywood, number one. In the sphere of the creatives, there's no old, there is no new. We have hierarchy, yes. Informal, maybe, but we know, everybody knows where they stay. You understand? So when there is a story, what I see people encouraging is youthful stories. But you have a mother. You have a father, you have a grandma. So how complete can life be without these people, the spice, the brain, the experiences? Once you keep pushing young stories, and this is where the problem really lies, the wisdom of the old is swept aside. The old go, they die with their wisdom. So what's your root as a human being? Who are you without your history? So when we tell our stories, it is incomplete without the balance of all ages. Thank you.
She answered. I mean, she's dropped the mic.
Thank you very much, Mara. Okay, thank you very much. That was quite insightful. Thank you, Mara. So, last question before. So, most of the roles you play in your movies are you're a very dynamic actress. I would say that. So, how were you able to switch into this character for you? How easy was it? How comfortable was it for you to get into your character in this movie?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It was very exciting to take up a challenging role where you're a dark person. As an actor, it's interesting to be the one to disrupt the room, to cause chaos. So I loved that challenge. Like you said, I can be a chameleon. I can, be whatever I want to be as an actor. And I'm so honored, I must say, to be on this table, speaking right after Atitina. I'm so honored. Thank you guys. So yeah, it was exciting. As an actor, I love to go different ranges, and this was not an exception. Thank you.
Sorry, Steve Theophilus here. I would like to ask Auntie Victoria from TBC News. I'd like to ask Auntie Victoria about her thoughts regarding this movie, seeing that I know you're a pastor. So that's what I want your thoughts regarding the movie. How was it on set, and what do you think about this story being told from the Bible?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the press, and I want to say good evening to the entire cast and crew that is here. I know that all of us are not here. I'm honored to be on this wonderful, day, and for us to be talking about the masterpiece that we all join hands, spirit and soul, to put together, Remi and Neoma. It's a classic. I want to say that this movie, this film, it's it's a film that will top the charts. Why? Because one, it's a blend of cultures, it's a blend of tribes, and not saying that it's a Bible story. Most times when we use the word it's a Bible story, Christian story, we tend to want to pin a story to one corner. God is the creator of every creature on the earth. Every tribe, every journey, every skin color. God is the creator of all of them. And when we say Bible stories, we're actually talking about the being of right standing. That is what Christianity is about, right standing. And I want to believe that if we talk about other religions as well, we're talking about right standing, but a right standing that is pleasing unto God. So this story, let's not just say, oh yes, it's a Bible story, but a story for everyone and to hit every person for you to learn something from. Because if we talk about a story of love, every tradition, every culture, every germ know about love. If we talk about betrayal, there is no religion, culture, gender that doesn't know about betrayal. If we talk about money, there is no religion, culture that doesn't need money. So it's not, in quotes, just a Bible story. It's a story for all time that cuts across all borders. It's a story that the whole tribes in Nigeria will enjoy. Starting from the name, Remi and Neoma, it gives you a clue that everyone is included and it's an all-inclusive story that cuts across all borders. And you will do yourself an injustice to just put it down and say, oh yes, or it's a Bible story. Because if you even look at every other movie that we do, we talk about, okay, the villain, and we'll talk about, the protagonist, and we'll talk about, the hero. And at the end of the day, a movie ends up to showcase that the light will always overshadow darkness. And that is what we're talking here. So it's not in quote just a Bible story. Because most often people say, oh, is it because we pick the story in quote from the Bible? But every other story you see in movies are actually from the Bible. There is nothing that ever started that was ever done that was not done from the beginning. God is the head of principalities and power. So I want to say that every story that you have ever seen is actually a Bible story. Even the one that Uncle Kanayo was like cutting his head. The Herod in the Bible is the first man that is in short, I call him the ancestor of genocide. Is that not true? Yes, the Herod in the Bible is the ancestor of genocide. I don't know if you know where I'm coming from. We'll talk about Haman, he's the one that slashed people's head. So, it's all in the Bible. So, I don't want to maybe mention other religions, like you know what they do about trying to, force people to follow their religion. But there is nothing that ever started that will not start from God. And there's nothing that doesn't end and doesn't end with God. And with that, I want to say, Remi and Nneoma, it's a movie, it's a film that is out to unite all of us together, to tell us at the end of the day, you cannot afford to keep fighting your brother because he speaks a different language. You cannot afford to keep fighting your sister because she speaks a different language or because she's from.
Okay, so I was wondering if you can tell us what kind of conversations you brought this thing to ignite. You talked about looking at how the relationship between the daughter-in-law and mother-in-law, the things that comes with losing a loved one. Widowhood is something that still has a little bit of stigma in our society. So I just want to know what kind of conversations you hope this film will Ignite when it comes to this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, I do like to work with women. Doesn't mean that I work with only women, but I've just been fortunate to meet wonderful women who we see the world the same way, who are very proactive about their work and who believe in the greater good. So it's not really just a focus on women, but it's not about tokenism at all. It's just that I've been very fortunate to find the best women to work with. Yes. So I think all the women a round of applause. And I believe in equal opportunities for everyone. But if I do see a woman who has the capacity, I will definitely give her an opportunity. Because as you know, we are still struggling for our space. And that's what I love the most about Nollywood is that you can see a lot of women in the driver's seat and doing amazing work. Please give it up for Nollywood women. They're doing amazing. Thank you. Okay, then when you talk about the conversation, Remi and Nneoma has so much to offer. And for me, who had gone through enormous loss in my life, especially losing my parents and my brother in a very short window, it was a reminder for me that, you know, there is always hope, that there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and the importance of redemption, you know, believing that everything has a redemptive story. And Remi and Nneoma just, it brought that to the fore for me, and it also made me realize, it also reaffirmed to me that God meets you wherever you are. Because when I went through my journey, I had moments where I did not want to pray, where I was just like, God, why didn't you stop this from happening? But in this story, you see where the characters go through that journey of where they're in such deep loss, they're in a lot of pain, and they just want to walk away. But God makes it possible for them to meet Him, you know, and He meets them exactly where they are, and He reminds us of how much He loves us regardless of what we're going through. So I would really like people to feel hopeful. Hope is such an important part of living, and I just want people to get the message of hope. Regardless of where you are, tomorrow will be better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Okay, my name is Juliet, I write for Bank. I'd like to know, away from the physical reference, were there personal experiences or societal observations that influenced the scripts? And then I'd like to also know what the casting process is like. I mean, bringing together sort of the stars of the cast.
Who's the question directed at? The producer.
Okay.
The casting process.
Okay, you talked about if we have personal. One thing that is going to happen to all of us is that we will lose people we love. We can't run away from it, whether we like it or not. And we've all experienced loss, you know. And it just happens that the wonderful team of people that we worked with on this, we had all experienced different kinds of loss. So we were able to draw from that into the story. When you watch the film, you will see a part where they do celebrate the procession of the burial. I'm sure we all know like how Nigerian burials are. You see a huge band and you know, they will always say this is the person's last journey, you know, so just give them time. So we were very deliberate. So yes, we were able to pull every single one of us, even the director, I can remember times on set where she'd be like, you know, when I went through this is exactly what we were feeling and we can see it in these characters and we have to make sure that we are truthful in how we put this message forward. So it's natural that you would draw from your real life and your experiences for a story like this. And when it came to the casting process, we were very intentional about it. My dear sister and friend, so she's not here. We had many discussions on who we wanted to play the roles, and it just happens that she will think about something, and I will think about it, and we're thinking of the same person. Yeah, so for a lot of the cast you see here, it was like a confirmation that these are the people that we need to work with. And we were very fortunate because they're all busy, amazing actors and actresses. We were lucky to be able to get everyone to schedule to be in this film. So, and the line producer, she's somewhere around. We worked together and the director. So every time we came up with that and we saw that we had the same names, we'll go to the director and say, director, these are the people that we're thinking about. What do you think? And it just happens that she was also in agreement. So that was how we were able to get the amazing ensemble that we have for the cast of RemixNneoma. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Theophilus from TVC News. I will now move to Bisola. You acted as Remi. What was it for you? How challenging was it acting Remi?
Hello. All right. Good afternoon, wonderful people of the press. Thank you so much for being here with us and doing this with us and going on this journey with us. My name is Bisola Aiyeola. Prior to me getting the script, Ikia had called and had told me what it was, what the project was about. And so I went back to the Bible and I read the chapter maybe like 5 times, just going over and over and over. I mean, it's not a very long chapter, so it was easy to, go through it. So when I finally got the script, I was quite happy with it. I was elated to know that I was going to be doing this alongside Auntie Liz Benson. I wouldn't say it was super challenging. It just required me to maybe channel some pain, personal pain that I had experienced. So for certain scenes that we had to film, it would take me a while to get into those moments, channel personal pain, and then hopefully, I believe, my director was very happy that we translated the script into beautiful pictures. So yeah, it required channeling a little bit of personal pain, and yeah, I absolutely enjoyed working on this project. Yeah. Why is my clap so low? Thank you.
Okay, good evening. My question is directed to the producer. So I would like to ask, why were Bisola and Auntie Benson the right choices for the role? And also, what sets this film apart from other films in the industry?
Well, I'll say that the reason why Bisola
You know what? Let me not say too much. You have to watch it. Then you'll understand why it had to be every single person who is here. Why Auntie Liz and Bisola were perfect. You'll get to meet Chetachi, which is played by our veteran Auntie Victoria. Please give her a round of applause. You will get to meet the new songs called Yes Sir, played by Kelechi Udebe. You'll get to meet my sweetheart, played by Uche Brown, yes, in the film. Yes, you will get to meet our wonderful, charming Ozunda, played by Ifeanyi Kalu. Bisola, of course, our Remi. You'll get to meet, our Oma Zirichi, that's the full name, played by Uche. Like you've never seen her before. Please give her a round of applause. And you get to meet that overbearing Yoruba lovely mommy that just wants good for her daughter and she's ready to kill anybody that stands in her way, played by Auntie Tina and Aiyeola. And you get to meet the person that starts this whole wahala in the journey of this film that starts the wahala is Cherokee. Bisola's husband, played by Charles Bond. And you will get to meet our lovely, how will I say, very supportive, very wonderful sister-in-law, Oprah, played by Martha. Yes, and she's the Bisola's sister-in-law, and you get to see the sisterhood. So when you watch it, you will understand. I don't want to say too much about, oh, this is why we picked them. Watch the film, then you'll get it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Wisdom from Clarity. Alright, so to the men now, I'd like to ask, because this story centers on women, sisterhood, widows and the likes, but to the men, did you find your role intriguing anywhere at all? Okay, to the men, I said to the men, okay, but okay. Yes, to the men.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's nice to be here. It's good to have you here. So yes, it's a story about the women, but obviously, when there are women, there are also men. And the character I played was not a loser, just somebody who knew what he wanted to know, what was supposed to be. If the message is supposed to be like this, it's supposed to be like that. Wow. So it was just trying to get what he wanted, and he's one of those people, when you have them all around, when you see them in the family, you know that these people, just give them space, they're just there. There's one in every family, one person in every family. So that's, like I said, the story is about family, about how we forgive people, love, and give people to breathe. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. Good afternoon, everybody. First off, thank you guys so much for your patience. Thank you for coming, and thank you for saying the right things about our industry. God bless you. Thank you. Well, like my love, Bisola, please get out. As my lover, my sweetheart said, I played her love interest in this film. I'm just going to say I'm just going to make one statement, right? If you've seen anything that I have done, which isn't too much of anything like what Bisola has done in the past 2 years, you can tell that I'm always trying to, the characters I play tend to want to kill people and such. But in this film, that we are praising God with, I'm so grateful to be a part of this production because I wouldn't say I'm a strong Christian, but my relationship with God isn't where I want it to be because I'm working on myself every second, every day. I'm not perfect. Maybe you are, that's good for you, but I'm not. So I feel blessed to be a part of this production. Yes, we're trying to, make ends meet and pay bills, but this is how I evangelize, and I say it all the time. So I feel blessed to be a part of this production. So what you will see in this film, you'll see it before. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who's here. I think it's a blessing to be able to be a part of a movie that is straight off the Bible. Like Uche has said, it's a kind of evangelism, right? And it was beautiful being on this side. I think I was on my way back. I think I was in Abuja. I think I just landed in Lagos, going home, and then I got a call from the Kia. And then she talked about the movie being about Ruth and Naomi. This would be the first time I'll be playing a character or be in a movie, speaking of a Bible story, and for me I thought it was just a blessing. And we had the best time on set. The chemistry was amazing. Not quite challenging. I think when you have a beautiful, atmosphere and everyone is just doing what they're supposed to do, it just makes things easy. So just want you all to anticipate and look forward to an amazing movie that we've done, and I'm sure you will love it. I was speaking to one of the guys doing the content creation, and I said, look, I was asked what three words would you use to best describe RemixNneoma, and I said faith, hope, and love. It's one film that will bless your heart, it will encourage you, it will give room for faith to well up in your spirit. Yeah, it would bear hope in your heart. So it's not just about entertainment, you'll be entertained, but at the same time you'll be richly blessed. So I want to say a very big thank you to the producers for counting me worthy to be a part of this film, and the wonderful cast. You all are amazing. Thank you. God bless you.
Good evening, everyone. How do I feel as I challenged by the character? Honestly speaking, I think to the word that best qualifies how I felt being part of this project would just be grateful. It's an honor, quite frankly, to be in this project. First of all, everybody knows how passionate I am about my faith and how vocal I am about it. And I'm very unapologetic about the fact that I love Jesus. That's number one. Number two, look at the lineup of actors in this project. When I got the call that they wanted me in this, I was blown. I don't have the wealth of experience that everybody on this table has. So for me, I was just wondering, what exactly is it, that anyone saw in me that they wanted me to do this. I'm just really honored and grateful to even be speaking when these people are talking, right? I don't know, I'm still, I don't know if you can say I'm basically shaking, literally, even talking. I mean, as Tina is here, Martha, Uche, Montanna, there's Big here, there's Bisola, there's Uche Franklin. I mean, come on, guys, really. Who am I? It's all me. But I mean, this is the movie you're going to enjoy. The experience on set was phenomenal. One thing I would say about the production company is that their attention to detail is ridiculous and they're so kind. And I can speak on this because I'm still, quote unquote, in the early stages of my career. I'm not up to a year yet in the industry, and I have seen quite a few things, right? And coming on this set with that sort of ideology, I was like, oh, people can be this sweet, and this nice, and this kind, that's interesting. So there is that, and seeing that and feeling that obviously will affect how you deliver. And I can beat my chest for one and say that it is a service of love, it's a great story, you will enjoy it. And please, as you're already doing, keep spreading the word for us, because we really need you to be able to afford the lifestyle. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Love from CTN TV. My question is directed at Ms. Chiamaka. You mentioned earlier that this film explores faith, resilience, loyalty, and widowhood. So my question is, what conversation do you hope that this movie sparks in the society?
I hope that it sparks the same thing you said. First of all, it's about women. So we want more women to talk about themselves, supporting themselves, being there for one another. We want to talk about sisterhood, we want to talk about widowhood. Why? Because there's a stereotype that there's a way widows should behave or look, or what they shouldn't go through, or what they should go through when they become widows. It's almost like their life should stop. And we need to change that stereotype. There's also a stereotype about mothers-in-law and daughters-in-law being on loggerheads. And clearly from RemixNneoma, we see that it's the exact opposite of that. It's a story of love. In fact, their closeness was almost more than the closeness she had with her mom, who is a biological mother. So we're trying to change narratives and stereotypes and just show people and show women that there's strength in togetherness, in unity, not in division. Thank you.
My name is Esther Sunday, representing Souls Media. So I'm directing this question to the director. What message do you want women to specifically take away from this film?
Like you already said, sisterhood, being there for one another. They always say, there's this thing they say, frenemies, and There's something else. There's another word. Friendly friends. Women can actually be there for each other. There's this thing where we tend to pull each other down because you feel I'm better than her or she's feeling. It just shows women just being there for each other. Not because they were trying to get anything. Even the mother that is over there just wanted to be there for her daughter. Even the anti-imperialist character just wanted her daughter to win. So it's about wanting each other to win every situation. Whether it's good, whether it's bad. It's just that friend that will just be there that you say, I killed somebody, and I say, well, we buried them. That kind of thing.
Okay, let me just add to it. We see a widow story, and there are lots of expectations of women. A lot of people expect so much from women, and when a woman is a widow, they just expect that her life should be over, and she should just look after her children and not move on with her life. And this film counters that completely. Second chance of finding love again. Boaz Ovanda was a widower and she was a widow, and they found each other. So it's about second chances. And as I said earlier, hope. And I repeat hope because hope is the center of everything else. And it's just about giving ourselves the opportunity to live again when we go through adversity in life. Thank you.
At what point do you really think societal expectation puts pressure on grief?
Sorry, come again.
At what point do you think, this is like a very effective question, especially to you, Mr. Pierre, because sorry. Yeah.
This is a very effective question.
Yeah, she said something about she's gone through this, and I want to speak from what she said. At what point do you think societal expectation begins to put
Societal.
Can we change genuine healing? So he said, at what point does societal pressure or expectation begin to what? Pressure on genuine healing. Healing, right?
Okay, this is our country, get a CV. A lot of people expect you to just get up and go. Yeah, they just expect that, okay, it has happened, move on. There's some people who will even expect you to benefit from the grief and the loss, and they're not very sensitive. A lot of people are very insensitive, and it's not because they want to be, it's just the way the society is that they expect you to just get up and go. And we're very resilient people in Nigeria, and that's a good thing and it's a bad thing. And when I speak about my personal grief journey, I've seen where people have just said, hey, what has happened, just carry on and go. And people don't understand the pressures that loss puts on someone's mental health. So I think there's a lot of pressure on you to just get up and go. And with Remi and Nneoma, we allow the characters go through their grief process, and we want people to go away after watching it to say, actually, it's okay not to be okay, but you're on a journey. Does not mean that it should cripple you, but you don't have to be superhuman. It's okay to break down, but always remember that no matter where you are in your journey, God is with you, and He will guide you through the process. And on my journey, I had to find out by myself where people just expected me. I took a break from the industry. If some of you here know my work, I had to step back because I just couldn't handle it, and I went through my process, and I found my strength in the Word, and in God speaking to me and in Him guiding me. So I didn't listen to the noise. I just drowned out the noise, and I just did me. And so what we see through the characters in this film, you see them go through their process, and you see where the support for each other really helped their healing process. Thank you.
Sorry, can I add to what you said? I think from your question, it's also very important to note the difference between pressure towards your healing and help. Because even in the movie, you can see that her mother-in-law allowed her to go through grief. So even though she went through her own, and we said the characters were allowed to go through grief, her mother-in-law did good justice to that by allowing her grief according to how she wanted. But we also need to know the difference between somebody who's also trying to help you, if you know what I mean. Like encourage you, not put pressure on you, because sometimes people, if you're not careful, you wallow into depression and just stay there claiming that you're grieving, if you know what I mean. So differentiating that this person is trying to encourage me and help me come out of grief, and knowing that this person is putting pressure on me, is very important, because there's a thin line between that, so that you won't fall. Thank you.
Mike, I have a question. Mike, yeah.
Okay, so my question is for you. The one
What's her name?
Miss Martha, sorry. So your character is popularly known as the one who left, the wife who left, right? So the question is, between Oprah and Remi, Oprah and Remi represent two different responses to grief. Do you think one is more valid than the other?
That's not light.
That's not light.
Hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Do I think that one is more valid than the other? No, I don't. I think they just handled it differently based on how they felt at that point. So Oprah decided to choose healing in a different way. She left to rebuild life with her son. And it might be seen as selfish, but it's how she felt was best at that point to handle it, while Ruth stayed with her mother-in-law. Yeah, everyone processes things differently, and they should be allowed to. Yeah.
Okay. One last one. Sorry, what do you hope audiences understand about Oprah beyond the surface?
It's not selfish to choose yourself, and not just choosing yourself, but doing things your way as opposed to how they expect you to do it, yeah. Or how your counterpart, I guess, is doing it, yes.
Thank you.
I think the men have been so quiet. So I just want to ask you then, there's a lot of conversation about widowhood. We know how women are stigmatized. Is that a sin for men?
Is that a what?
Is that a sin for men? You guys also feel the societal pressure when, I'm not saying that he's a weak who are here, but if you can, maybe you can tap from somewhere, better personal experience. I just want to know, is the societal pressure real for men to when they lose a lot?
Of course.
Absolutely. I think we've gone past, that notion that people, will always say, if you're a man, you don't have to cry, suck it all off. Men do go through a whole lot. And I think, okay, not to sound, I think men may be going through so much more than women.
Stop.
So of course there's a balance, right? But you see, men do go through a whole lot of things, and it's like a ticking time bomb, and when it happens, it don't explode. So whether it's losing a loved one or just the pressure from society to do better, it's a whole lot on men, because we are seen as the people who should provide, who should be a cover, who should protect, and it has a lot to do with your mental health. Because I can say this for a fact, because I've had my own fair share of mental health issues. If you are not okay as a man, right? You can't take care of people. And then there's that expectation that people have of you as a man, take care of me, but who's taking care of the man? Right? So it's a whole lot of men, trust me. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that. I was just going to add to what he said. I think I'm trying to make this as light as possible because we're here to have fun. Okay? I feel like grief is a proof that you did love someone. You know, like it's a testament of you experiencing love. Stay with me here. While Vicky was talking and she said she tried to explain her process, because that's not all of it. You know, what she did was she stepped back from the industry. That's what she said, right? You know, for me, I didn't have the opportunity to stop working. As a matter of fact, I did too much work. Weeks leading to and afterwards, you know, and I haven't, you know, I can't say that I have yet because I don't understand what that process is. But because I have a father that will never fail me, you know, I know that the process started before whatever it was, you know, and I'm not alone, you know. So are men going through a lot? Yes, we are. But we're all the same at the end of the day. Women, men, that's about it.
So, do men go through stuff? Yes, we do. I remember when I lost my dad, that's about 15 years ago. When he died, and my friend said, like, you don't talk about Papa. I just lost my dad. So I think society, men have to, they joke about everything. Even when it's really bad. Why are you doing that? Because you can't really express yourself. You don't want to cry. You know, don't cry. I didn't cry. After the burial, I broke down so much. I was sick for months. I should have let myself go when it happened. But because I was trying to protect God as a man, don't cry. People will do this. Your mom is there. Your siblings are there. I had to work, and next thing I broke down. For months I was still. So yes, men do go through stuff, but sometimes we banter, take it as jokes. So society can be for both men and women, and you know, men too. You know.
Right. I just want to add something from the spiritual angle, an overview of the grief that we all feel. Oprah moved on, and Remi decided to hang in. Bikia had to move out, shut herself out from the job. And then I remember myself. My dad died in 2015, and just less than 2 years, I lost my only son and child. And everything was happening practically at the same time. As much as we are allowed to grieve over our losses, some people take a lot of time to come out of the losses or the loss that they have gone through. But I want to say this: if people were to become stronger in knowing the ordinances and laws of God, which has told us that none of us will live forever, and to also understand that people will die, and to also understand, because I like to always tell people when I go to preach in conferences around the world, you will hear sometimes some pastors will preach and say, "You will not bury your child." I tell people, I say, that's a wrong statement. Abraham buried his first son, who is a senior brother of, what do you call it? Abraham's father, rather, buried his first son, who is called Han. And as a father, he buried his own child. But most times you hear people always praying that prayer, oh, you will not bury your child, you will not bury. If people are closer to the word of God, certain things will not bamboozle them. If people are closer to the word of God, they will not be surprised and shocked at certain experiences that they hear about or that they will go through. And then if you are closer to God, you will realize that God does not dwell in grief. If you're closer to God, God will not do his miracle in grief because he has laid down the laws, the rules, which are his word, for it to guide you. For you to understand that if you keep on wasting time in grief, because it was not up to 3 weeks after my only son and child died, I continued preaching. I was wearing my mourning clothes, the clothes I used to mourn my son for about a year. I was preaching. I went to different parts of this country and outside Nigeria, and I've been preaching from then till now, been walking from then till now. So maybe you will say I am like Oprah. I moved in spite of the fact that my own child died out of medical negligence. That shouldn't be. Should I sit down and wallow in pain and in trauma and in grief? Why? We are shutting God off. We are telling ourselves that the word of God is of no effect. This is not to say that we want to sabotage those who want to stay so long in mourning and grieving, but this is a clarion call for us to understand that God, yes, he wants you to mourn and grieve, but you should not stay mourning and grieving unnecessarily. You will make God's word of no effect and you will drive him away from you. So we need to, dust ourselves up even when we have fallen and keep moving because there is no time. Every single moment you waste, you are losing the opportunity to do the assignment that God has given to you. So to everyone who has suffered a loss, I say it is well. Dust yourself up if you are falling down and keep moving.
Okay. Thank you very much. Somebody has to. Okay.
Okay, my question is for you. Yeah. I would like to ask, as a faith-based film production company, do you feel pressured to lower down your work just to prove a point? Because we have a lot of production companies that are not faith-based very well. So as a faith-based company, you feel you need to measure, you need to put more effort to stand out.
The only thing I need to put more effort to stand out in is in my storytelling and the quality of films that I'm producing, if that makes sense. Because as Christians, we're told that we are boring. Christianity is not boring. Jesus is not boring. If you're ready to watching another fantastic film that is just faith-based, does that make sense? Yes. So you can't put me under pressure. I'm just entitled to do the good job that I'm supposed to do. Deliver a good film, deliver fantastic cast, you know what I mean? And give you a fantastic production. That's all I'm entitled to do. Thank you.
I have to say there was something that happened when we were shooting. When you get to meet Oma Zirichi, that's the character that Uche plays. We were shooting this scene on the farm, beautiful landscape. You get to see when you watch the film. And she was doing an emotional monologue. And when the director says, why are you laughing? You know what you did. So, Ifeanyi and Bisola, they were gisting. No! Wait now. Let me land. They were gisting on set and they were laughing. This madam here, tears coming down her face. And the director said, cut, because they wanted to reset something. This girl did not break. Yes, She did not shake. You know, we were watching her like this. She did this. You could give her a round of applause. That scene. It was so powerful. And it was, you know, like Auntie said, like she was crying, but it wasn't even that she was crying. It was what she was saying and how she said it that would make, I had goosebumps. I'm not even going to lie to you. So everyone was really in character. And you see the playful Bisola, you people know, there is no play to Bisola in this film at all. Yeah. You know, you see everyone brought a different dynamism to their character. They stayed with it. And I can't wait for you guys to meet Aiyeola. I really enjoyed this character. Give a round of applause. Yes. You know, and as Auntie said, wait until you meet Chetachi and Arike in action. That's what I'm going to see. Just wait until you see it. Thank you.
Hi. And you know, I just need to clarify something. We were not laughing because we wanted to to get her out of character. There was a background actor. There was a background actor that we just couldn't whether he just couldn't listen. He just felt like he just couldn't understand what it was. Like we kept repeating, my director kept repeating the same thing. No, do this, and he just kept doing the opposite. And you know that moment where you first go from annoyance, like what are you doing? But you don't want to make that other actor that you don't know their story, you don't know their journey, you don't want to make them feel bad, you don't want them to say they're never going to act again. So it was from like, what's up, guy? There's a lot of people that are doing this together. There's the crew, there's the actors, staying in character, crying. And that's how it just got so funny. And we couldn't help but, laugh in one of the scenes. But Uche, under the blazing sun.
Trailblazer.
It was, you know how, those of you who know how hot Abuja is. Yeah, actually, that was in Nasarawa. Yeah, we were filming in Nasarawa. She stayed, the tears did not stop, and she was there. It was like she was just stuck in that moment. Which she doesn't care. And you know, for filmmaking, we know how it is when you want to flip lens, change lens, take from this angle. It takes a while sometimes. You can literally throw people up. Sometimes the crew members are just talking, bring it on, Remi 55, bring it on. It can literally, distract you and remove you from that moment. But Uche did stay in character, and she kind of like, because she remained in that moment, she reeled us back in, and we also helped deliver on that. So it wasn't that we just wanted to laugh. It was our calling that made it difficult for us.
I'm sure Uche, you understand, right?
Thank you. Any last words from the cast crew?
Yes. Yeah. Let's just all just do a quick talk to the audience directly, short.
Landlords, employers, employees, colleagues, tenants that are still owing rent, RemixNneoma hit cinemas on the 26th of June, 2026, very significant date. It is a story that touches all facets of life. You cannot be exempted from the story of RemixNneoma. It's either you've experienced something from it or someone you know has experienced something from it. It's a beautiful film for the entire family, for the whole nation, home and abroad, in diaspora, wherever you are. You can relate to this story. It's a beautiful blend of culture, tribe, love, hope, patience. There's just so much that goes into it. Another thing that I want to point out is a lot of people in recent times have said that, oh yes, when they're shooting that living film, you are only doing it in one room, you are doing it in two, you cannot make it look nice. We're tired of seeing the same thing all the time. My wonderful producer, Vicky Graham Douglas, and the entire the entire crew, especially for pre-production, took us to the best locations. For filming this film, I was at one of the best locations, and I was just in awe of the beauty of Nigeria. So I think that we should also give them a big round of applause. It wasn't easy, but they made it happen. And I think that filmmakers, we should all help each other. Filmmakers, people, the government as well. help us to keep entertaining and portraying Nigeria in the best light to the rest of the world. We can't do it all on our own. It's, we have people funding this from their pockets. Sometimes they run at a loss, but the passion keeps us going. RemixNneoma is coming out to cinemas. Let's all come together, enjoy this wonderful piece of art. And thank you for spending your hard-earned money enjoying this beautiful, beautiful film that we made. Thank you.
I think that you spoke on behalf of all of us.
Yes. Could you mention the location again?
Lagos, Abuja, Nasarawa.
Port Harcourt. We shot in Port Harcourt, in Ibadan, in Lagos, in Abuja, and in Nasarawa State. Yeah. So it's been a journey to get us here, and it's a labor of love. And my dear sister and my partner, Solate Carlo, please, I would like us all to just give her a round of applause. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Because I don't think Solate Carlo. I don't think I would have made this movie if I was not making it with her. It was like God picked us and put us together. We go way back. We went to secondary school together, and we're both Port Harcourt girls. We're from Port Harcourt. Yeah, we're from River State, and I think that I needed to work with her for us to make this film, for us to come on this journey together, because everything, as Bisola and Ifeanyi and everyone else has said, it was easy. It was, the people here made it so easy. And I'm sure when you watch the movie, you will see all the love that has been put into making this incredible piece of art. And we know that there's no one who sees RemixNneoma that will leave the same. So we urge you all, please spread the word for us that RemixNneoma comes to cinemas June 26th, 2026, this year. Not next year, this year, yes. Distributed by Wonderful Now. So thank you so much for holding our hands. Thank you.
I would like to say something, just to add
Okay.
just one second.
Our producer just said it was easy because she had a wonderful past. I would like to say, the producers of this job, the EPs of this job, because they know how to treat the actors and crew and pay us good and really worth our while. That's why it was easy. You don't bring the actors on set. You don't give them food and time. You don't give them a good place to lay their head. And you don't buy them perfume like they buy us this. You don't give them chocolate. You don't treat them and rub their back. You expect it to be easy. So they made it easy. So please give a round of applause to our it takes people to tango. When they talk about love, love is not a one-way traffic thing. It's a two-way traffic. So they made it easy for us to make it easy for them. They rubbed our back and we rubbed their back. Yes. They showed us love and we had no choice than to show them love and return. So just like if you're out there, you're preaching love, I want someone to love me. You have got to love them back as well. So we are the loving production team and we love you 5-2 Entertainment.
Thank you very much. As we bring this to a close, thank you. Don't forget, June 26th is coming out in cinemas. Help us as you partner with us to push it out and let people see. Our premiere is on the 21st of June as well, and we welcome you on board as our partners. We want everybody to see this. Thank you very much.
In the spirit of wonderful treatment, it continues, so our cast and crew and press rice and stew very plenty.
So let's do that.